Captain's log, stardate 11/18/2020. The crew of the Utah DPS helicopter traveled to southern Utah. The crew had spotted an object of unknown origin on the red surface.
Okay, the intrepid explorers go down to investigate the alien life form.
In the middle of the barren desert stood a mysterious metal monolith.
I would say it's probably between 10 and 12 feet high.
That is just wild.
Pilot Brett Hutchings says it didn't look like it was dropped there. It was firmly planted into the ground.
We're like thinking, okay, is this something like NASA stuck up there or something, or they bouncing satellites off it or something?
Bizarre effect it had on observers.
It just was kind of unusual.
This is the moment Richard Wilbanks wrestles an alligator to save his dog's life.
He just came out like a missile.
The sound of his puppy's cries are too upsetting, so we're not sharing it.
And they're like children to us.
Wilbanks pried open the gator's mouth and saved his dog, Gunner.
He had one little puncture wound. My hands were just chewed up.
Even after being dragged underwater in the jaws of a gator, Gunner is doing just fine.
And I was able to save Gunner's life.
Gunner's now a little hesitant getting near the water, but because Wilbanks calls this a learning experience, he's keeping Gunner away from the water now and always on a leash.
It's December the 1st, and I'm starting to hurt, 'cause I can't get a date for New Year's.
20 years later, the neatest sound of the 50s from the neatest guys of the 50s come back to life in a spectacular new album.
Who made the egg salad sandwiches?
50 of the neatest hits from 5 of the neatest guys. Yes, it's the 5 neat guys' neatest hits. Remember, let's have a party in my rec room.
Let's have a party in my rec room.
And on the same album,
I won't take just any girl around, 'cause Patsy has the largest breasts in town.
yes, Patsy has the largest breasts in town. You'll also hear, should I kiss her goodnight? My mom framed my high school diploma, slow dance anyone, and she does it.
Does it, she does it. The whole town says she does it.
You'll also hear my dance card, let's have a party in my rec room, who put the pennies in my loafers, and I'm the goof in the classroom.
I'm the goof in the classroom, and I don't mind if kids pick on me.
Yes, 50 of the world's neatest songs from 5 of the world's neatest guys. It's K-Tel's 5 Neat Guys' neatest hits.
5 thugs pulled my tie from my collar, so don't step on my clip-on tie.
It's 5 Neat Guys' neatest hits.
Just step around that clip-on tie.
Record $8.95, tape or cassette $15.95.
Beautiful day for a walk in the rain, eh, Stormy? Pouring rainstorm. Pouring. You gonna get a wet head? You're gonna get plenty of time out there. Plenty of time to get wet. You don't have to stick your head out. No. You'll be fine. Not very nice, is it? No. Not very nice. out walking the dog in the rain. And I'm sure we can all relate. Dog doesn't care that it's raining. She needs to get her exercise, and so do I. What kind of shape you're in, you know, just do what you can do, what you're comfortable doing. I mean, I got a lot of shape, but it's not good shape. But I still come out. What do you think, Stormy? You think there's a train coming? You hear that?
To the People's Global Golden Choice Awards.
How many drinks did he have?
Oh, where am I?
And now, with their salute to the best music from the year's best films, the 5 Neat Guys.
On Golden Pond with the Fondas, spent the whole summer with Kate. In comes the kid, the film didn't hit the skids, and that's why that flick was so great. There's no reds like dead reds for me. Raiders of the Lost Ark met a Nazi, then his face melted. Hey! Absence of malice. Absence of malice. There were chariots of fire, but I have to inquire why they didn't have no chariots in the movie. Arthur was a drunk little rich kid. He drove around in limousines, and that's our tribute to the streets. Best films!
Done? Okay.
And when I finally got to go out the door, that was something different too. And I figured that would never happen without the preparation we had training the team. And so I'd like that's not a little embarrassing. But, so I don't get people worried standing up here too long. And so I figure I could stand here, standing enough.
some as the greatest folk group in America, the voices of protest that guided us through the turbulent 60s, now make a triumphant return in an inspiring 2-record LP. Yes, the Ramblers are back.
I'm going down with the ship to the bottom of the sea. Going down with the ship just to see what I can see. I'm going down with the ship to the bottom of the sea.
Yes, the social conscience of the 60s are back at a time when the world needs them the most.
Ricky Tippy Tin, Ricky Tippy Tin, Ricky Tippy Tin. Ricky Tippy Tin, Ricky Tippy Tin, Ricky Tippy Too.
You know, when KTEL Records asked us to come back and record our greatest hits, our first response was great, we could use the cat. But then we thought that what with nuclear war looming over our heads now, as it was in the 60s, that our songs must be heard again. Our voices must rise above the din in the hopes that one day we might have peace. And so, the Ramblers are back. Yes, the Ramblers are back! The folk group that became legends in their own time are now back by popular demand, singing the songs of truth and echoing the cause of peace.
In 1848, a man called Jimmy Joe went out riding to rob a bank. They shot him before he knowed. Jimmy Joe, lying in a grave, probably real cold. Jimmy Joe, they shot him before he knowed. Bottle of wine sitting on my doorstep, think I'll have a slug or two.
Yes, the Ramblers are back, carrying the torch of protest into the 80s. It's the Ramblers' greatest hits, including Cliff the Magic Squirrel.
Cliff carried nuts in his mouth in the tree every day of his life, and he never complained, 'cause see, Cliff was a magic squirrel. He lived in his magic world.
Yes, the Ramblers are back in this fabulous once-in-a-lifetime offer.
Well, it's a great big world. It's got its problems.
It's up to us
to try and solve them. Bottle of wine sitting on my doorstep, got a lot of drinking to do. Bottle of wine sitting on my doorstep, got a lot of thinking, got a lot of drinking. I'm thinking and I'm drinking to do.
It's the Ramblers' greatest hits. Record $25.95, tape or cassette $29.95.
Checking. Do you have a dad bod?
I wouldn't know how to define that.
Would you like me to? It's like a portlier I've let myself go because I had kids.
I try to keep in shape.
Do you know who appreciates that? This woman.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen this?
It was taken at a moment we were leaning in to kiss each other on the cheek, and the angle makes it look different than it actually is.
It really does.
Okay, well, watch this. Let's lead in for a kiss.
Okay,
here.
yeah.
Here we go. Just like that. Just this moment right here looks.
It looks.
Yeah, if the timing is off, and I'm Quebecer, I'll kiss on both cheeks, and that's just normal.
Okay.
So good. Jesse also brought in some kids to ask the Prime Minister some questions, and one of those questions was about the controversy surrounding the photos of Trudeau wearing brownface.
Okay, I don't know if you noticed, we have twins.
Twins here. Very exciting.
Soleil and Solaris, do you want to stand up and ask a question?
Why did you paint your face brown?
Ooh. It was something I shouldn't have done because it hurt people. It's not something that you should do, and that is something that I learned. I didn't know it back then, but I know it now, and I'm sorry I hurt people.
But did you paint your nose and your hands brown?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was the wrong thing to do. And I had a good conversation with my kids around taking responsibility for mistakes and making sure that we're always sticking up for each other and not teasing each other and being respectful towards each other. And I'm sorry that I hurt you as well. I'm sorry that I hurt kids who get face teasing and discrimination because of the color of their skin. That's just not right in this country or anywhere around the world. We all have to work together to make sure that that doesn't happen. Okay?
1944, and Europe is a battlefield. The Nazis under Adolf Hitler have marched through France, Amsterdam, Poland, and left in their wake a trail of devastation and ruin. With the exception of Switzerland, only one other country retained its neutrality, the small independent state of Lutonia, located, as the Lutonians put it, on the dark side of the Balkans. Here, in this land totally devoid of trees,
I'm your Shmenges.
And I'm Shmenges.
And we're the Happy Welcome, good people.
Hey, let's polka!
And now, this.
And now,
Fox News' Chef Smith has a weird favorite expression.
I would think he wouldn't be especially happy about this. Speaking
he's
of
been
which,
dreaming about hitting the Iranians since Fluff was a kitten. She's a full-grown cat. It was time for that walk across the lawn that presidents have been doing since Fluff was a kitten, and she's a full-grown cat. We know the Clinton campaign's been raising money since, Fluff was a kitten. She's a full-grown cat now. They've been working on it now since Fluff was a kitten. Steve Ducey's been on it since Fluff was a kitten. Since Fluff was a kitten. When Fluff was a kitten. Since Fluff was a kitten. Since Fluff was a kitten. Fluff was a kitten, and she's a full-grown cat. Full-grown cat. Where's Fluff? Full-grown cat. Teams have been stealing signs since Fluff was a kitten. She's in a nursing home now. That robot's been around since Fluff was a kitten, and Fluff is on her last leg. He's been with us since Fluff was a kitten, and she is close to death, and Fluff is long since buried.
Okay, but I'm not going to let you go till you tell me who Fluff is.
Fluff's a kitten. We've talked about Fluff for decades. Nana used to talk about Fluff. Anytime things were old, Nana would say, that's been around since Fluff was a kitten, and she's a full-grown cat. So I've been saying it since Nana said it, and if it's good enough for Nana, it's good enough for everybody, all right?
All right, I love it. I might start using it.
This is a Cats on a Snowy Day production, 2020.